Good morning and welcome, or welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Lizzie and I'm on here at YouTube and Instagram as this Mrs. Fisher _stitches. Thank you for coming back if you're one of my regular subscribers, and hi if you're new here, welcome. My last video was a floss tube, of course. What's a floss tube? A floss tube's a video that's mostly about cross stitch. In my case, some people show knitting, some people show crochet. I don't, because I start lots of knitting and crochet projects and never actually finish them. So I just like the starting of those. And my last video was a whip parade, which is not a parade of whips. Well, yes it is, but in cross stitch terms we call whips works in progress. So things that we've started but we haven't finished. And trust me, I've got a lot. I've got one less from my whip list, but I think I've added one, maybe even two, to my whip list. So that's quite funny really, isn't it? That's very me. Finish one, start two. It's never going to work. Well, actually, I think I've finished two, and I've decided to discount one. Discount? Unfinished object it, UFO it, get rid of it, bin it, whatever, because it doesn't bring me joy to stitch. It's got many mistakes, so it's going. So, what project is the one that's going? Well, we have talked about it before. It's a cotton and twine stitch. I don't think I bought the pattern over. It's a cotton and twine subscription box piece from, I can't remember when. And it says, enjoy all the little things in life. I'm not finishing it. I'm not enjoying stitching on it, so I don't, I'm going to cut. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I've got quite a bad cold. So I hope you can hear me okay, because somebody told me the other day I was very quiet on my floss tubes. So I'm trying to project my voice a bit, but my voice is bad because I've got not really a cold so much as just this really rubbish sore throat and cough. Probably shouldn't be doing a floss tube. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Here we go. I'm not enjoying stitching on it, and it says enjoy all the little things in life, so I'm going to enjoy not finishing it. The fabric though is by Stitch Bunny, and I like the fabric, so I'm going to save this bit to, save that and use it for something else. That's quite pretty, isn't it? And it's really soft. Okay, so I said I had a couple of finishes. I have had, excuse me, mustn't do this. I've got plenty of water and tea. If I don't laugh, I should be fine. I've walked the dogs already. It's like 6 o'clock, 6:20. I took the dogs out at just before 5 because it's really going to be hot again today. Finishes. So I had finished these when I did my whip parade, but I hadn't seen my friends who I was gifting them to until the day after, or the day after the day after that I did the whip parade. So here are 3 little finishes that I did for my friends Leslie, Fiona and Danny. They were well received, so I'm glad you all like them, girls. And then my next finish, excuse me, I think this video is going to be quite stilted because I'm going to have to stop to cough every time. My next finish was a big one, and I could have ironed it and framed it by now because I've got a frame for it and I finished it long ago, but I have finally finished Moo. So this is a Bothy Threads kit. I started it in 2019, I think, February. I think I've got that February 2019 written down somewhere, and I can only think that that's for this. Isn't it fab? So I'm gifting this to my father-in-law, And we were going to post it to him because he's been poorly. We're going to post it to him as I get well pregnant. But the only picture frame we could find that it'll fit in is this one from the range. I went to IKEA. Nothing rubbish. This is going to... Hold on. Excuse the heavy breathing if you can hear it. I'm just trying to keep alive. Keep alive? Stay alive. Are you one of those people that sing a song every time it pops into your head? Well, so am I, and then every time I do that I start to cough. Right, so it's going to look... oh, a bit like that in the frame. I think it'd be cool. Oh, it's going to be low down. Oh, anyway, you get the gist. But that picture frame is far too heavy to post, so I haven't done it yet. I'll do it, and then when we've got a visit booked in. But I love him. He is fab. Or is it a she? I don't know. Either way, it's off my list of to-dos. Then I had a creak. Bear with me. Then I had a quick little palette cleanser of a stitch. I needed to blast all that brown out of my system. And this was released a while back, or not long ago, about a month or two ago, by Boomerang Stitches. This is my stitchy bug. You know when people say I've lost my stitchy bug? Don't think I'm ever going to lose mine again. Look at the colour in that, and it sparkles. I don't know if the camera will catch the sparkles in the needle and the bobbin. I use metallics. So this is stitched on a piece of 14 count that I dyed myself with some Dylon orange fabric dye in a bucket, and I used paint box. I bought a set of paint box rainbow threads at the Big Stitch last year, and they're like 12 weight mercerized, is that the word? They're like sulky 12 weights, but on a skein, and the most vibrant colours ever. The navy is paint box silks, left over from my Elemental Dragons water project, and I love him. I love my little stitchy bug. Goodness only knows what I'm going to do with him, how to finish him, whatever, but he's done. And then my third little finish, which was I did last night, and it's a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 28, 28 plus 4 times 9 stitches is all I did last night. Not many. And it's this, so this is the top of the Advent Stitch Along by Modern Folk Embroidery 2022, 23, I'm not sure, the first one. I didn't finish it. I barely started it, and there are thousands of mistakes in there. But I finished it enough to be able to cut it out and stick it on my pin board upstairs by my desk. So that's that done. This Ada, I mean, oh, you can't see but you can stand it up on the table, and it literally stands. I won't show you the table because it's a mess, but it stands up on its own. This is not great Ada. It's quite crusty and yuck. So those are my finishes. So as I said, 3 finishes plus the 3 little smalls I made, and 2 new starts. So new start number 1 is going to be this for my sister's birthday next year, hopefully. I say hopefully because I can't guarantee it. Sorry about the light reflection in my eyes. If I turn that light off, would it help? Oh, I've lost the remote control for the light. There it is. But the lights, I don't know if... What do you think? Tell me for next time, light on or off. I'll leave it off for now. So it's going to look like this for my sister's birthday for next year. And I've started it. I started it on her birthday, which I think was quite a busy day for me. So I've literally done the tiniest of starts. I'm stitching it with the called for DMC on a piece of Ada by those wonderful people at Swan Linen, and I haven't brought my book over, so I'll have to put the thingy along the bottom of what the colour is. And that is my Peasley measly start. But it's going to be wonderful when it's finished. And I've got a whole year to do it. Oh, same sister, my only sister, but the same sister that I did she's a very lucky sister, that I did the adventure house for, which is pride of place in her house as you go through the front door. And this I would like to be framed. I will frame it, or my mum might pay for that. And we'll put it over the... We will, Erica, put it over the piano, I think. There's a pigeon on my bird table. It's literally the same size as my bird table. I think they're telling me I need to feed them. I haven't done that yet. Okay, so second new start. I was about to say, shall we get on with looking at some of the works in progresses? But then I mentioned I had another new start, and I am loving this one. This is not an electronic pattern, so I can actually show you the pattern. It is Animal Crackers Lily, of course. Everybody's stitching this, and with good reason. She's really good fun. I'm doing it my own little conversion of threads I've found in a mixture of classic colour works, Weeks dye works, and then these Stuart Moore's textiles that I got from a kit or a project bag I got from Tiger Lily Designs. There's a Leo Roxy, or sorry, Roxy Flosco now. It just says Leo Roxy because it's an old thread card. And yeah, so a bit of a mishmash of colours at the moment. And I've got hanging thread. But here she is, Lily. So I'm doing a 1/2 on 46 count. And she's adorable. The fabric is I'm not very well prepared for this at all. The fabric is by this person on the screen, and I've joined their fabric club because I wanted this sort of size pieces of 46 count, just so I can do the animal crackers and little smalls and make them little, but I can still stitch 1/2 because I do like stitching 1/2 rather than 1/1. So there's Lily. She's fab. I've also got Goose. Yeah, it's called Goose, the giraffe, and I'm really keen to stitch him as well, which I'll probably do somewhere on here as well. So that's Lily. She's got a face, and I have outlined her throat, but you can't see it very well because it's the same colour as the fabric. Okay, so there's my two new starts. Shall we look at some works in progresses? This is Arabesque by Jan Hicks Designs. Here's what it's going to look like. Well, ish. That's what the chart looks like. And here's where I am currently. Oh, I need something to hold behind it. Bear with me, caller. Placemats. Fiona bought me these, I think. Thank you, Fiona. Here's what we look like. So can you see I've done quite a lot of the red flower at the top. And I've done the 2 letters. I think I might have a before picture. If I have, I'll have put it in. So I'll put this in front of my face and show you them side by side. I love stitching on this. Absolutely love it. Taking it out of its nerd hoop so it can have a bit of a breather and a bit of a rest. Consequently, I haven't picked it up since I did that. Because I forget things exist if I can't see them. That's alright. It's not like I've got nothing else to stitch on. Here is this project. It's a study in garden fairies by the Artsy Housewife. Another one that's probably going to end up in my sister's house. But I'm stitching this for my niece, not my sister. Although Erica will get it for the until her daughter's got a house of her own, or a wall to put it on, if indeed she wants to. I mean, I'm always happy to home it for her. When I've done it, of course, so, you know, nothing too soon. Here's where I'm at. Oh, you can't see anything. Trust me, all of the white border around the top and the edges is done and meets up. Didn't meet up the first time, so I stitched the top and then I came down the side. That was all fine. And then I went across the bottom and up the side, and I got to here and thought that's not going to meet up. And the mistake was in this bottom corner just here. So I had to rip all of this back and all of this back and then do it all over again. And then it met, and that was good. And I've started this black colour up here. So this is on Swan Bay Fabrics, Barton Clay, 36 count, 1/2. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think the colour match of the fabric is really good. Really, really good to the pattern. Love it. Ow. Just stabbed myself with a needle. There we go. How fab is that? Then, and I'm stitching it with the Roxy Flosstube conversion that I picked up while I was at Stitch North. Oh, that seems like so long ago. Probably because it was a good few months ago now. So here's the Roxy Flosstube conversion on that beautiful fabric. Let's make it look pretty, or as pretty as Lizzie can do anything. How grown up is that? More grown up than I am, but I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So there's that. Pop that in its bag, and this lives in a project bag with sunflowers on by the lady that makes project bags and comes to Floss Friends retreats. There's probably quite a few of those now, but the original babe lady who makes project bags, and another, I don't know, I can't remember her name. If you know it, put it in. Not another whip bag, not another. Anyway, so next is Bold Queen Birdies. It's going to look like this, and everybody's seen it, everybody loves it. I adore it. I'm having great fun stitching on it. I've made quite a bit of progress since my whip parade, I think. I hope. I've just dropped something, and it might have been the needle. But it bounced like a bouncy thing, so it probably wasn't the needle. But doesn't that look good? I think I'm about 21–22% now. Getting there. I doubt it'll be done by the end of the year, unfortunately. That's on a piece of Swan Bay Fabrics, 36 count, 1/2. The colour of the fabric is Hartfield Moss, I think. And the colour of the thread is 501 DMC. It matches my kitchen to a T. And I'm keeping it in this beautiful Oh So Alison bag, which is tiny, which is why I have to fold it up small. But it's got a beautiful bird on, and it's my beautiful bird project, so it's got to go in there. I wonder what I did drop. I'll have to have a look in a minute. Next up, since my whip parade. I'm not sure if this is since my whip parade. You'll have to tell me if I'm right or wrong. I've been doing some temperature stitching. In that, so this is Arches by Jules Designs. I will write it down. I'm really not very well prepared at all. Am I ever? And so, like, I took the thing from Stuart, who's taken it from somebody else, and I can't remember Stuart's proper handle. Stuart in Stitches. If it's like 38 degrees, gosh, we'd all die. If it's 30 degrees, 30 ends in a 0. So he assigns 10 projects, 0 to 9, and then whatever the last digit of the weather, of the temperature high, is going to be for that day, he stitches that project. So if it was 30 degrees, he'd stitch the 0 project. If it was 28, he'd stitch the 8 project. And if you watch his videos, he tells you where it originally came from. I've forgotten. I did it with this, except I stitched 100 stitches for 0, 110 for something ending in a 1, 120 obviously for 2, and so on, so forth. And I did it for about a week. So this has had at least 700 stitches in since I last showed it, I think. But it's not easy to get those stitches in. It takes forever, because I'm stitching it 1 over 1 on 28 counts. Creme Brulee by Roxy Floss Co. I'll get there. It's going to fill up all this fabric. And this lives in a bag by Gamma's Treasures. Oh look, I can show you what that piece is going to look like, because I've got it on a little card. It's called Monochrome Walkway, I think. I call it Arches because that's what Fiona calls it. It's just stuck in my brain. Next. Oh my gosh, have I really only got one more project? Oh, that's sad. And then there's this monstrosity of a thing. Hasn't changed much. This is my mum's church project. This is her church. And I'm supposed to have finished it by now. I'm just putting it down because I can't. None of the stitches are in the right place or in the right colour. All the right colours, just in the wrong places, I suppose, is the way to look at it. And I'm confused. So confused. It really made me feel like tight-chested when I tried to work on it. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch the new stuff, because once that's done as per the chart, which I know I'm showing you, but good luck. Once that's done as per the chart, if you want to stitch my mum's church, that last bit I'll send you the pattern. Yeah, once that's done, I should be able to fudge the rest. But I'm not sure where I am in the pattern even here to fill in these gaps. So I'll crack on with that. Lovely. Trouble is, when I'm doing that, I'm not stitching on fun stuff. So a couple of weeks ago, I took my mum to our favourite shop. It's a charity shop, a thrift shop, but it only sells craft things. There's some creme brulee, I need to put that away. Not actual, if only we could eat it. It's the thread. My dog just shook. And I got quite a few. I spent £20 and 5 pennies. And I got quite a lot for my money. Let me show you. So I've got a big bag and a little bag. This is my little bag. My husband will be pleased because then I can put all this away and he won't trip over the bag anymore. So I got some JP Coats Bias Binding in orange because I love orange and purple. I got some pom-poms in purple. Oh, lovely. I got some pom-poms in orange. I got, remember all of this comes to £20. Pom-poms in white. And a roll of pom-poms in red. So far I've spent 1, 2, 3, 4, £4.40. Okay. Then I bought some velvet ribbon, quite wide, some cording, 20p. That'll do nicely for a round or something or other, won't it? And then some yellow rickrack, because who doesn't like a good bit of yellow rickrack? And then I got 2 lengths of bookmark Ada. I think they were £1 a piece for those. They look quite long, don't they? An oval hoop, that was £2, and this little spring hoop, a white green one. That's really springy. This is my favourite type of hoop to use, I think. I prefer it to the Nurges anyway, because they mark the fabric so much. So that's bag 1. And then the big bag, I've got this piece of Ada. It's 18 count, 65 centimetres by 50, so that's 25.5 by 19.5 inches for £4, and it's that double. It's an interesting shade of pink. I can either use it as it is, or I can dye it up and make it a different colour. Oh, excuse me, remember to reach down, the bag's on the floor. Then I got this piece. I bought this more out of wanting the label on the thing. Any of the UK stitchers know about the Burford Needle Workshop. It was amazing. It was like heaven in a shop on Burford High Street. It doesn't exist anymore, but I used to love going in there when I was younger. It was just full of threads and tapestry supplies, cross-stitch kits, tapestry kits. All the Appleton's wool you could ever think of for like crewel work or needlepoint, whatever. And then it closed. But look, that's where this piece came from. It's an 18 count piece of Ada, and it was only £1, and it's 13 inches by 10 inches. Bargain. When it was bought, it was £1.65. Perfect. Got this Lizzie Kate pattern for 20p. The Cat's Lessons for People. It says, be persnickety, play with your food, appreciate wildlife, nap every day, don't bite. Don't bite when a hiss will do. Practice patience, listen before speaking. When you make a mess, bury it, and sit very close to those you love. I think that's quite funny. And that might be my daughter's graduation gift for next year. I got this book by Maria Kelly, 1000 Great Cross-Stitch Designs, for £1. I love it. I can't show you any of the designs in it because they're all charts, sorry. Now, what else did I get? I got this for £1. And I think I looked at the date, but I can't remember. This was printed in 1975. Yeah. And it's based on work published originally in 1950. And it's Charted Folk Designs for Cross-Stitch Embroidery. And look, quick flick through. Isn't it fab? I can make my own. There's one peacock somewhere. I doubt I'll find it. But that's exciting. This is exciting. Lisbeth Perrone's Folk Art in Needlepoint and Cross Stitch for £1. And this had, so the charts in this one are blue and black, and this had, oh, I'm not going to find it now. Had some really cool birds in it basically. And so I was really chuffed with that. I got this Teresa Wentzler kit pattern for 50p. If anybody wants it, let me know. I can leave it there for 50p, but I doubt I'll ever stitch it. And then I got some Christmas charts. And I think I got this one for those geese. And I got this one because of the cardinals. Because I've seen one now, I can stitch them. And then I got these two books, and I think they gave me them free because they didn't have a price on and they just chucked things in. So basically the point of the place is to stop things going to landfill. So they're just quite happy to get rid of their stock, really. But if there's a price on it, obviously you pay the price. And this is the Permin calendar, 1986. And it's full of these really dainty floral motifs. Oh, that's not a pretty one. October isn't pretty, it's got too much brown in. In fact, none of them are. There is a pretty one, otherwise I wouldn't have put it in my basket. Anyway, I will do what I do anyway and mix up the colours. But I just thought they're tiny little motifs and they'll be quite cool to do for little gifts or something. And then I bought this because of that dude on the front. I was given it for free from them. So that dude on the front, it's got an alphabet. And it's got loads of borders. Sorry, I was just looking at this chart. Where is it? I'm going to show it to you because I don't think, you know, the ages this is. Except the boiling, filling that spoils the tea. Except the boiling bee, filling the pot spoils the tea. I don't get it. If anybody understands that. This tea cloth is very distinctive in that the old adage, except the kettle boiling bee, filling the teapot spoils the tea. Does that mean if you put less than boiling water on your tea, it's not going to be very nice? I think that's what that means. Sorry. Totally by the by, but yeah, it's full of, oh, that's why I got it. Two things. Dachshund. And look at those swallows. Aren't they lush? When the swallows homeward fly, sweet dreams. Aww. There's loads of funny little things. Oh, Mary had a little lamb. Oh, look, there's more geese. What else? Loads of alphabets. Okay, here's one. And again, I don't know what it means. Don't be a bird at the phone. Don't be a parrot at the phone. Does that mean don't take too long on the phone? Nobody uses the phone anymore. We just text each other, don't we? So, or I think you're amazing. I love this book. I don't understand some of it, but I love it. And I can't wait. When I say that, I probably won't ever get around to stitching anything from it, but it's there if I want to. This is where I find out I haven't pressed record. Quick update on life. Today I'm bringing my elder daughter home from uni. My younger daughter's at work at the moment. She works at a fast food chain. She's very good for doing that. I wouldn't. I'm going to feed the birds. Yeah, they're looking at me. There's two pigeons on the fence looking at me. I'm going to need to work. And I'm going to stitch in the evenings if I don't get too hot and bothered. And I really ought to try and work on Mum's church a bit. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you're surviving the heat. Stitch what makes you happy. Take care. Bye.